Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Okay, keep in mind that tarot is a tool, it is not the final rule. So let's have an empty cup so we can really see what's up. We're starting off with number 8. It says wings. You never needed those wings to fly. And as you see, this person is flying from that castle there. So this energy here is depicting possibly, this could be people maybe you surrounded yourself with, family, friends, wife, husband, man, side piece, two piece, maybe, or a group of friends or people or a community that maybe once in your life you considered these people to be friends, or you thought they would be of some kind of supporting nature, Spirit is saying, okay? You thought that they would be supportive of who you are. You could be someone who's very kind, very giving, and very supportive of others, but you have found over time that there aren't people to reciprocate the energy that you give out, your love, your time, your energy, being supportive, showing up, being encouraging. I'm picking up someone who likes to encourage and uplift people as well. And so you have moved forward, and also you have made some changes. You could have possibly severed ties with a lot of people that you are no longer in connection with. Maybe this could be family, friends. Okay, this could be ex-lovers, people you grew up with, people you went to school with, people you dated in your past. You could have not turned your back, but chosen just to let go of these connections and not run, not hide. But you have made the choice that these are people whom are does not have your highest good in regard. When it comes to your life, you were pouring into them, and there was no reciprocity. They were not pouring back into you. So, Spirit is saying the support that you thought you needed from these people, you never needed it anyway. These wings, this ability to fly that she has behind her, they're pretty light. I don't know if you can see them, but she has wings behind her, and she never needed their energy, metaphorically speaking, their support, their encouragement to survive, to thrive, to be successful, to heal, to overcome. And so, since you have severed ties from these people and you're no longer around them, you're finding yourself able to master the ability to accomplish your goals, and you're more action oriented. With the number 8 here in the corner in numerology, it represents accomplishment and action and mastery as well. So, you have learned to master your ability to accomplish your goals from severing ties with these unhealthy connections. And so Spirit is saying these people were aware that you were looking for their support. Not all, but some were aware that that's what you wanted, but they just refused to give it to you. Wow, isn't that ironic? So this could then have parental figures, family, cousins, siblings, friends, ex-lovers, people you dated as well. You were very supportive. If they needed something, you were there. Money, a ride, a kind word, support. But there was no one to support you. Maybe if someone, I'm picking up someone maybe lost someone, you were at the funeral to show support. And when it was your turn, no one was there to support you. You could be a parent as well, or you may not be. But either way, since severing ties with these unhealthy people, you're finding that you're happier, stronger, and more abundant. You're more prosperous. You're able to attract more. So it looks like when you were connected to these people of your past, that they were creating stagnation for your growth. You were unaware at the time. And so you don't have to punish yourself for that. But Spirit is saying for you to keep moving forward and keep doing what you are doing, because you're doing wonderful. You may not be where you want to be, but you're much better than you used to be. And you're not where you used to be. You're prospering, and things are happening for you at a rate and on a level that you've never witnessed before. And I'm picking up that it feels real good. And you are so grateful and so thankful for the favor and the blessings and the kindness that has opened into your life. You're someone who's very grateful, naturally, Spirit is saying. So it's okay to leave those ties severed, and being mindful, with who you choose to gather with, party with, who you choose to interact with. You can have a choice. You are not socially obligated. And maybe in the past, you thought you were obligated maybe to stay in this castle. Metaphorically speaking, this castle could represent maybe a family home, okay? Maybe you felt, hey, this is my family. I must stay with my family, or this is my mom or dad. And even though they're not supportive, I must stay by their side. And Spirit is saying, no, it's okay to respectfully love people from a distance, okay? You're not indebted to anyone, okay? And so it's okay to love them from a distance, and that's what you're doing. You're not moving on with resentment or hatred. You're choosing to allow them to be who they are over there and not be in your presence, vamping your energy, blocking and stopping your progress, okay? Because there's no reciprocity when you were around these people. I'm picking up a draining energy, like someone vamping your energy with a hose or like a straw. You know how you have a cup or a drink with a straw, and you get to the end, you have that. I'm getting that kind of energy. These people really drain you. They had you feeling at times very sad or depressed or empty because you wanted to know where is the support when you were going through things. These could be the loss of a loved one for you. And there were people who were supposed to be supportive and they chose to deliberately. Spirit is saying these family members and friends did this on purpose. They did this on purpose because the wings that you have, this light that is around you and the wings that you have behind you, they saw this energy and this power within you, even when you did not see it. Even when this power was laying dormant within you, they saw how powerful you were. They knew that you were someone special and you had the innate ability to fly on your own. So the negative experiences that you have had in your past with people being non-supportive, maybe, plot and planning and strategizing against you, it was done intentionally and on purpose because they were hoping that you would never ever manage to find out and know that you don't need them to exist. You can really do this. You can really live this life and be great and be happy and abundant all on your own. And when I say all on your own, not being lonely, but new people being placed in your life, to celebrate with like-minded energy, people who will exchange reciprocity. Just because they're blood related does not mean you're indebted to them. And the divine has placed new people in your life as well, I'm picking up, to have these experiences with, to go out with, they may not be blood related, but they feel family like because these are people who are nurturing and supporting, and you are the same in return. So the connections moving forward in your life and currently, they aren't one-sided. There's more balance, okay? And so now the star, it says faith, renewal, and healing. So you're able to let your star shine bright, the star within you, the light within you, those innate abilities that is allowing you to fly on your own. And this flying is representing you being in relationships and connections that have lots of harmony and cohesiveness, that has the equal give and take, of someone being straightforward and honest instead of pulling you along, knowing that they're not interested. They just want to vamp your energy, or they're an opportunist. Opportunist. Yes, I said it right. So the star energy is allowing you to go through your healing process and experience this renewal without having to look over your shoulder as you see this person looking over their shoulder. So the more these liquids fall out, the more healing is occurring, and the higher and the higher you are learning to fly on your own expeditiously, okay, swift and accurately, okay, and you feel very empowered. I'm picking up you're in shock yourself, very grateful, very thankful, not arrogant, not angry, but you're like, wow, I could have been doing this on my own all this time. I never needed anyone outside of me. All I need is myself and my connection with the divine. The rest will come along. The rest will be added on to you. And I'm picking up that's what Spirit has done and is doing. There are new people in your life who feels family like, new love energy in your life, people to date and people for you to create memories with. Okay. So those things are being added on to you as you move forward and continue to do the work. You no longer have to worry about people cheating, being selfish or dishonest when it comes to your dating life. This feels very good for you, and it's a renewal. You are dating someone, possibly right now you're dating at least two people. There's nothing wrong with that. Just because you're dating doesn't mean you're having sexual encounters, okay? If everyone isn't flitty. There are people, who do have restraints. There are people who practice celibacy. Yes, okay. So yeah, lots of healing. Yeah, cleansing your energy from this old energy, this old negative imprints, this star energy. This healing process is allowing you to recalibrate your energy. So very well, very good, very good. You're doing very well. So much so that you are being presented with lots of options in your life. You're having the options, you're being given an option, an opportunity to pick and choose. Maybe you felt in the past that, oh, I'm in this relationship. Maybe you felt you had to be tolerant, but now you don't have to be tolerant. You have options and you have a choice. You have free will. Okay, and you're exercising it. You're making sure that you are planting the seeds so that they can manifest and come into fruition, which is number 9, and it says hard work paying off. As you see, this person climbing the ladder, okay? And so you're climbing the ladder with the healing, with the dating, making sure you don't turn back to these unhealthy relationships, choosing to love people from a distance. It doesn't mean that you hate them. That means that you're choosing self-preservation. Okay. Yeah, there are people who have to actually permanently sever ties with their family for many reasons, but you're doing it the right way. This is not the energy of someone who is loving from a distance, but they're gossiping and wishing harm on people that they're no longer dealing with. You don't even have conversations about these people or negative thoughts. You are simply focusing on yourself and your children if you are a parental figure. You're simply minding your business and maintaining. So you know that you are healed and you know that you are over someone when you're not talking about them and you're not projecting negative energy. That means hoping and wishing for their downfall. So that's how you know that you are healing. Or if you're in a relationship and you break up with someone, you know you're over them when you're not wishing them harm and you're not speaking on them. Okay. So the healing process is a real thing. It can be done. You're very consistent in your intentions of when you chose to love these people from a distance. You had a right, Spirit is saying, is perfectly fine. You will not be loved any less because you choose to love these people from a distance. Anyone who is not, for your highest good or does not resonate with you, collective, you have free will. You do not have to stick around and be the clown. You do not have to stick around and be someone's doormat and let them just wipe their boots on you. No, you have free will to just keep on trucking and keep on moving. So we have the 9 of Cups here. It says dreams come true, satisfaction and abundance. So your dreams are coming through, okay? Satisfaction and abundance, breakthrough, okay? A breakthrough is happening, satisfaction and abundance. And that's the energy I was speaking of earlier. You feel lighter. Things are brighter. You are happier than you ever been your entire life. Congratulations. And I don't even have to tell you. I already know you're going to do what you have to do to maintain this peace. Because as I encourage all the time, if you don't have peace, baby, you ain't got nothing. Because if you ain't got peace where you're able to stay focused and stay optimistic, you won't have nothing. You can't enjoy nothing you have. It's like you want a cold beer. You can't enjoy that cold beer unless you got peace. Okay, if you got somebody in your ear, wah, you can't enjoy it. You can't enjoy it. That was somebody need to hear it. I had to get your attention. I had to get somebody attention out there. Yes, yes. Whatever brew you like, whatever brew you like. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords here. Curious, clever, and chatty. Okay, so there could be someone very curious about you and very chatty about you. And I'm not picking up that this is a nefarious energy, but this is someone who is on guard, okay, with this Page of Swords energy. They're on guard. They could be chatting about you, wondering about you, but they don't know about you. They don't know if they want to love you or hate you. They're confused, okay? You can be someone who stays to themselves. You love your alone time. Your alone time is your best time because you know you're fine tuning your spiritual connection with your ancestors and your spirit guides and the divine. Yeah, those are three different energies there I just named. There are three, okay, different energies there. So, you know, they are wondering about you because you're very resilient and independent as well. I'm picking up. Your circle is small. You have friends, you have associates, but your circle is small and you're not out here all willy nilly. And when I say willy nilly, you ain't out here with, like, look at me. You're not trying to be seen. If you're seen, cool. If you ain't, cool. You one of those, okay? You like, it's whatever. I'm still building and creating with people whom I have things in common with. You're only dealing with like-minded energy. Very calm, cool, relaxed, and grateful energy. You're not arrogant. You're not boastful. You're not trying to compare. This is kind of energy of somebody that hit the lotto and might show up to work the next day and say nothing to nobody. Show up the next day and say nothing. You eat lunch next to a millionaire. Pass the ranch, please. Type ish. There's a way to live. There's a way to have longevity in whatever you do. And those who desire to have longevity or you have witnessed them, be successful for a period of time because they ain't out here all willy-nilly. They don't tell everything and they don't show everything. They're not posting everything either. It's not important. Sometimes your face can be important. Sometimes your face don't have to be important. Sometimes your stack of money by your ear can be important to the wrong people. And sometimes it just ain't important to the wrong people. And so I'm getting that about you. You're someone who's truly grateful, and that gratitude has been in you forever, since like you were born with that. So when an opportunity comes across your table or it knocks at your door, it's something at work, maybe you get a raise, or like I said, maybe you come into some money or what, you're not bragging. You're not, look at me. No, you're like, thank you, God. I am so grateful. You'll go treat yourself to some things, but you're not a bragaboo. Very unique energy. How you doing? Very unique energy, very beautiful energy as well. You're very smart. You're very smart. Yes, you are. So, yeah. Yeah, you're not giving the blueprint. You're not like, here's instructions. Here's instructions to me. Look. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. And so, knowing how to, use your wisdom and tap into those abilities, with the Queen of Cups, it allows you to rest and rejuvenate. As this person is sitting under the tree trying to catch this butterfly, I could see you, collective, whoever you are, male or female, actually sitting in the park doing something like this, maybe playing with butterflies, like, I'm going to play with this butterfly. I'm going to get this bug. And people just looking at you like, look at that person playing with a butterfly. It's the little things that make you happy. Now, it's something about the little things and your gratitude. You're grateful for the little things. This is somebody, yeah, this is the way you've always been. You're grateful for the little things. This is the way you have always been. Simple little things bring you pleasure, bring you joy, put a smile on your face. Maybe people have, judged you for that throughout your life. Maybe made fun of you or mocked you for that. Okay. But the little things, what's important. You have learned what's valuable. And what's the most valuable is you. You are the star player. You are the MVP. Your cup being filled is always priority. It's always at the top of the list. It can never be at the bottom. Because if your cup is empty, there's you won't be able to operate to do what you got to do. You know? Yeah, yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. You have a lot of structure. Okay, you've chosen to take authority in your life with the Emperor energy here. You have chosen to take authority over your life. Yeah, rather than saying, "Oh, I was raised that way." Folks kill me with that. You was raised that way, but you kept having birthdays. Then what you do after that? What did you do after all them birthdays? I was raised that way. We all was raised the type of way. Knock it off. Knock it off. Yeah, you were not going to sit around and allow your heart to be broken. You weren't going to break your own heart. You like, if I stay here, I'm breaking my own heart. It's not the people outside of me. If I am in conditions that are not favorable, it is up to me to remove myself. If I am in conditions that are unfavorable, it is up to me to remove myself. You chose not to sit around and wait for opportunity. You created it. You created it, as you should. You say, I'm out of here. Woohoo! Very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful collective. Yes. Yes, you never needed those wings to fly. It's been within you all along, male or female. Very beautiful. You never needed those people. You thought you needed their support. You didn't need it. They didn't give it to you. You didn't need it. And Spirit is saying they didn't have it. People can't give you, collective, what they don't have. People can't give you what they don't have. That goes for loving relationships, friendships, business partnerships, family. People cannot give you what they don't have. If they don't have love in them, they can't give that to you. If they don't have peace in them, they can't give that to you. They can only give you what they have. If they don't believe in progress, they're not going to support you in progressing in life. You know, it's like someone going through sobriety. I'll use that, and you're trying to maybe stop drinking or using some kind of vice. They're going to offer you a drink. They can't offer you support, and they don't know how to support themselves. I can't offer you laughter if I don't know how to smile. That's what it is. In a relationship, you can't have a loyal partner if they're not into commitment. You can't be a sock and don't like shoes. You can't. It'll be difficult. You can't be a glove and say you don't like hands. If you are a comb, you're going to touch a hair follicle. I can go on and on because I have a comedic mindset. But I trust and hope that this reading assists you for your highest good. Continue to be great. Later.